It's a haul. It's a smaller one for once. We've got maybe 13 cards, kind of. I say kind of because there's one I kind of just bought from Walmart that's not really making it 13 anymore. Yeah, let's just get into it. It's a bunch of 98, 99 cars, racing champions. But first thing first, we have this thing, which I guess makes us 18 cards instead of 13, but, well, anyways. I finally found these F1 164 packs. I bought 2 of these, so, yeah, they're very simple. I couldn't find any of the premium cars, so for now, no, that's not good. That's all we got, but it's better than nothing, so there's that. Let's actually get into the rest of the actual haul, though, because that's kind of the important part. All right, let's get started here. Let's start with the 98s, I guess. I just don't have an order for these, so I guess we're just gonna pick them out of the box. All right, so first one up, this one, and I also don't know half these drivers. I can read this one. This one is Matt Hutter. I have not a clue who that is, and there's no stats on it because the trading card's right there. Anyways, this is a Stanley car, though, which looks kind of odd for Stanley. I've never seen a red on a Stanley car, really, at all. I'm pretty certain this is a Busch Series car. That's my 50th anniversary car. Some of those logos look really off, though. Like, I don't know what's going on there. And it's not found a way to, like, identify, the Busch Series cars to the Cup cars yet, from back in these days, because they didn't have either of the series logos, because one was Winston and the other was Busch, so you can't really have alcohol and tobacco sponsors sponsoring you or on the diecast. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is a Busch Series car, though, because Ernie, I think, was in the 36 in Cup back then, and well, this is not Ernie Irvin. So there's that one. Up next, we've got Kevin. Is this like Kevin LePage? Yeah, it is Kevin LePage. 1998 number 40 car. Again, I think this is a Busch Series car. Because I thought I had a LePage somewhere. I just saw. I bought a LePage. That's a 99 though. So I just don't remember him running the 40 car, and I just don't see a logo that shows anything like that. No rookie stripes. And I thought his rookie year was actually 99 or something. So, anyways, I never noticed what Kevin LePage looked like. I just assumed he looked kind of dumb. I'm not wrong, but I'm also not completely right on it. Anyways, this is his channel lock Chevrolet for I Wish I Could Tell You team. I can't. Maybe it tells you on the back here. And somewhere on here it says, I'm too lazy to read all that, though. So, yeah, the Busch Series car, probably some unknown team that doesn't run anymore. So there's a Kevin LePage car. Next up, this one I think ran in Cup. Not completely sure again, though. It's the number 8 Circuit City Chevrolet for Hutch Strickland. The only reason I think it did run was because Hut was a Cup Series driver back then. And then the year after this is when DEI used the number 8, so it kind of makes sense if it's a year before. It's kind of weird having a number 8 from like the 90s stuff that isn't like a DEI car, though. So pretty interesting. I'm just trying to read even on like the photo here if it shows like him in a Cup uniform, but I would assume this is a Cup car, just because of the fact it is Hutch Strickland. I don't think he had much of a career in the Xfinity series, but I could be wrong. I didn't watch any of the 98 season. I should do that, actually. I think that'd be a fun thing to do at one point. Is this the 98? No, it's a 99. Here's another 98. Now, this one's definitely a Cup Series car. Well, it's bad, Jesus. Derek Cope, number 30, Gumout. I don't know. Pontiac. I guess that's one way I can determine it, because that's a Pontiac front end. And that's a lot more of a flatter Pontiac front end, if that makes any sense. It's kind of just figuring out stuff like that, I think. That's the best way to determine it, is the mold, but the molds are pretty similar still. I just want to zoom in on this one as well, see if there's any logo things that kind of give it away. That red there, it's just the 50, like, this is a terrible decal. This is supposed to be the 50th anniversary logo. Winter Circle did a terrible job of printing that. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but anyways, I don't know. I think this might be my first Derek Cope diecast. I don't think I've got a Derek Cope one before. Just thinking about it, I don't think I have. So, thank you, Derek Cope, for being in the collection. I do think I have this as a 124 though, in the gold, like in the all gold cars. I think I have this one, so that's nice to add a 164 with that. There we go. Something's in my eye. After that, I think we only have 99s now. So there's all the 1998s. So let's start with kind of the different versions of the 99 cars, I guess that makes any sense. Actually, no, let's do the duplicates first. First up, the Jeremy Mayfield number 12 number 1 car. I just got this maybe like 5 months ago. I got like a, I don't even know what it was. I think it would have been like a, was there a brand called Total or something? I got that release of it. Anyways, I thought originally I bought it as a 2000, but I believe I bought the 1999 version. If not, I have a 1999 and I have a 2000s version. I don't like it actually. It just looks weird on this Ford Taurus mold. I don't know what Racing Champions did to it, but the 12 looks really small in this and stuff. So there's just a couple issues I've had with the car. I'm not even gonna show the back. The back's the same every single time. I always hope it's something different, but it's not. Anyways, I think this might be a duplicate, but I'm not completely sure on that. If it is, okay, who cares? I'll keep this one in the box. I don't have too much for Jeremy Mayfield in my collection, though, so I guess, oh, that's another one. Otherwise, there's one other car I thought was potentially, yeah, it was a duplicate, definitely. Oh, 2 more, actually. What is this one? Jeff Bird, number 99, X-Side batteries. I legit have this exact car. It might be like a different version of the Racing Champions release, but it is legitimately just a Racing Champions 99 release. So, yeah, this one's staying in the box, and maybe I'll find a way to sell that one along with the Bobby Labonte 97 car that I have. I also have this one. However, I got this one like from my aunt's collection, or it wasn't even a collection, I'd say it was just like 3 cars or something she just gave to me. So this is a Glen Allen car. This is also a Busch Series car. I know that for a fact. But anyways, this car is in a lot better condition than the one I have. So I'll maybe just keep this one and turn that other one into the bin, or maybe make it become a donor car, because this one's already kind of like opening on the bottom as well. So no reason to keep this one in the, why do I always go to the back? No reason to keep this one in the box. But yeah, I'm pretty certain this is a Busch Series car. I'm just not looking if I can see the Busch Series logo, but I can't. Yeah, it's a little bit of a patriotic scheme, though. The Barbasol Ford Taurus. The Ford Taurus were hard to figure out if they were Cup Series or not, because they look the exact same in both molds, I think. Like, there they are right beside each other. Really nothing. I'm even looking any farther away in more detail than I can't see anything. So, maybe a little bit more slim, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like the exact same mold that they used. There. Ford always gets shut out by these things, I swear. Alright, a couple more releases here. A few more, actually. Up next is the 1999 Michael Waltrip 98 car. Excuse me. Oh, no, this is not Michael Waltrip. I believe this is Elliott Sadler, actually. Michael Waltrip ran the 21 in 98. And then after that, Elliott Sadler came in and drove the car. I don't know if this was his rookie year or not, but it's a lot more of a simpler diecast. It looks very similar to the one that Barry ran at the Clash this year. But anyways, I have a 99. I had a 98 Waltrip. I had a 2000 Sadler, so I figured it's a 99 Sadler. Why not? Especially because after this year, they kind of changed the molds, of course, a bit on the Gen 4 cars. So kind of a little bit different on the car, so I figured to pick this one up as well. And also because, like, I would rather just buy all these in bulk, or buy the bulk, maybe get a slight discount on it, than paying for each one separately and paying the same amount of pricing. So, like, all this was 20 bucks. So, 20 bucks Canadian, so that's like, what? 15, 16, 17 American? It's not bad at all. So kind of a duplicate there, but I'll do a comparison maybe one day to see if those two cars are any different or not. Alright, couple more random releases here, and then a couple of cars that kind of are secondary paint schemes as well. This is a random release. I believe this is also a Busch Series car. Is it Mike McLaughlin? Is that who this is? I know it's McLaughlin. I don't know if it's a Mike, though. I think it is. Based off of this name here. I could read the back here and try and find his name, but... Sicko... Brian... I'm gonna give up. But anyways, a little bit more of a different release, yep. I usually keep these Busch Series cars now in the box just because it doesn't really matter much in my collection. I like having the Cup Series cars displayed, but when there's Busch Series cards, it just kind of gets confusing. And yeah, Gold Pumps is a sponsor on this car, though. Oops. I feel like I haven't done a good job showing the camera. It's at ITT Industries. Cool. Anyways, I have no idea why this car... Like, Racing Champions made so many random cars. And I wish Lionel did the same. I also wish this was the same price as Lionel. But also, I also don't even think you could get, like, online for... Like, back in 98, I think these were, like, the only releases, really. Like, maybe there was always, like, obviously, some, I guess online wasn't that big then, of course. Like, there's always thousands of different... Not thousands, but a couple different makers in the end. So you probably got actually 1,000 cars a year or something if you wanted to, but no one probably had the money for that back in the day. But, like, there's just, like, random cars like that. Like, I would never think to have a Gary Allen, or... Why do I think Gary Allen? That's a country singer. I would never think to make random cars like that. Like, we would not be getting a CJ McLaughlin car these days. Or a Leland Honeyman car, honestly. Like, they have to get pre-orders stuff. This, they didn't have pre-orders back in the day when we got all these. The value probably has gone down. And that's probably why Racing Champions isn't with us anymore. But we got variety like this. Anyways. Basically all we got now is a bunch of, like, secondary paint schemes for cars. So why don't we just get started on that? Except for this one. I think this is a Jerry Nadeau number 9 car. I can't read the number, though, or the name there, but I'm pretty sure it is. So here's the thing with this 9 team. I only have one other number 9 164. It's that all gold. I think it was an Nadeau, actually, because it was a 98. So, or was it 90 or 99? It's the same release as this year, actually, I think. So whoever drove that car in 99, but I'm going to assume it was Jerry Nadeau. It just feels like it's correct. And then in 2000, they had, what's his face car? Like one of the worst drivers. I think like I feel like he was a pay driver for some reason, but he ran for so many years. Crap, I'm not gonna think of his name. It's not Goldberg. Goldberg is the fighter right there. So I don't even know if this car actually ran. It kind of looks like it did, but at the same time, it looks like it didn't. I think it is Jerry Nadeau. That looks like a Jerry Nadeau signature. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm right about that, at least. Anyways, but yeah, kind of a weird release. I don't like these wrestler cars or anything, but I really only liked this one because it's an actual sponsor of a number 9 car. It is an actual sponsor. And it means I don't have to deal with that all gold car for the first time ever since 2020 when I first got all those cars. So yeah, we're finally clearing out those cars. I only need like a 26 car now from like 98, and I'm finally got like an actual paint scheme for all the cars. It only took me 5 years. Anyways, that's kind of just like a random release. Didn't care too much about it. There's also this one, but I also like this one because it's Brooks and Dunn. You know, the good country singers, the ones that are on Morgan Wallen's tour right now, but it's like the only good part of Morgan Wallen's tour, other than those walkouts maybe. Anyways, this is the number 40 Sterling Marlin car sponsored by Brooks and Dunn. And I believe this car actually did run a race. So there's that. It also just looks kind of cool. Yeah, I liked it. I also think theoretically I didn't have like a 99 Sterling Marlin race. Maybe I did. That one car I bought, also with the Jeremy Mayfield. I don't know if that was a 2000s or a 1999 car. But it was also sponsored by like another band or something. I don't know why Team Savico is sponsored by so many bands or singers. Yeah, there we go. Now I got phlegm in my mouth. That's great. Anyways, but yeah, that was just like, it's so weird. I don't know why. They just have so many country sponsors or just like artist band sponsors for some reason. Yeah, Mostly probably because they were a tobacco company. And then they went to Coors Light, so it didn't change much. All right, 2 more left. Let's do the other Kevin LePage next here. I believe I have his, or is it Ted Musgraves, who ran the race car 98 or 99. Anyways, I have their Prime Star number 16 car, but now I have the number 16 TV guide. From Kevin LePage. So it's kind of just a secondary paint scheme, which is cool. I feel like we didn't get many of those actually that are like widely available. You usually just find like the primary paint schemes, like I found the Jeff Burton and the Michael, or in the Elliott Sadler and the Mayfield and stuff. But I feel like very rarely do you find a secondary paint scheme that isn't some one-off sponsor that has a cool box. So yeah, that was kind of cool to get. It's also like a pretty significant paint scheme. I feel like it's not like the most like memorable, but it's also not like completely alien to the rest of the world. So there is that. And the final card we got is another secondary paint scheme. It's the Ernie Irvan number 36 pedigree car. And Mars legit just went from like, they had the exact same sponsors for everyone. I think from between 98 and 99, I now have an M&M's, Skittles, and a pedigree car. Basically, it's Kyle Busch all over again. Switch this over to Gen 6, next gen, whatever. Slap the 18 on there. Make it a Toyota instead of a Pontiac, and you got Kyle Busch. So yeah, we got a little doggy on it. Uncle Ben's is also a sponsor on this car, which is weird to me. I don't know why he's sponsoring. It's Uncle Ben's not like the old, like, not the old company. I guess he just kind of got rebranded into nothing. Is that like the company that sells like rice and everything? Like you could get like just like microwave, not microwave, well like minute ready rice or something like that. I thought that was Uncle Ben. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is how it is, or what it actually is. But anyways, yeah, secondary paint scheme for Ernie Irvan, so that's pretty cool. And there's not that many pedigree cars in circulation, especially now with Mars leaving. But even then, they didn't. I don't think a Kyle Busch pedigree car ever got made really. Maybe like, was Pedigree sponsoring him when he ran like that kind of blue car at Richmond when he was racing Edwards in 2016? The race that Edwards shipped him in the final corner for the win. Not shipped him, bumped and run him. I think it was a Pedigree car, but I don't know if that one ever got produced actually. Maybe it did, but the original like just yellow Pedigree livery like this never actually got produced, I don't think. So at least now I have it, but there you go. That is the haul. There's the old haul. It's a pretty solid collection there, or haul. I probably won't do any reviews for these because I'm still trying to catch up on the new ones, but if I ever run out of content, I can always do the old cars. So comment, like, subscribe.